Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, he may be a player who we still haven't worked out what his best position is, but I still think that this fella, Kai Havertz's role, will be quite big. He initially played a little deeper before he arrived in England, but once he came to England, he tended to be played as a centre-forward, and it made it difficult for him. I mean, he wasn't attuned to that position, but now he's grown into it, and things are beginning to work.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. And here's Rafael Leao. Wirtz absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Pass somewhat off target. Aimed beyond the defence. Bernardo Silva. He's found a way through. Oh, that's a fine interception. And here's Bernardo Silva. Played in. Sade. Well, that pass isn't the best. Out for a throw. Ah, good steal. He just read it. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Ruben Dias kept his eye on it, and he's there. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Rafael Leao scooting forward, looking for the run. And the shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Germany are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Cristiano Ronaldo! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Vitinha. Ronaldo is onto this. He's got away. Real chance! And it's there! They are purring, truly purring. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning into. Goes for a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And it's Kimmich. Defending was strong and firm. Now it's Rafael Leao. And this is Ronaldo. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Germany really could have done without this. Neuer to save this spot kick and his team. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
As if three weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. This is a gloriously greedy performance.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Looking to play him in. Oh, super ball. Chance! Oh, there was plenty on that.
Germany certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. João Cancelo finding himself in space. Knocks it into space. He'll try from distance. Oh, he really got hold of that.
Portugal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Oh, it's not gone well. Can he get it through? Oh, good ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. This looks promising. And he's there to retrieve it. Vitinha to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes charging forward, the ball at his feet. Gross. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bernardo Silva. Nemecha. Germany are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Great ball if he can get there. João Neves tries to pass it through. He's a sharp little ball here. Big chance! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Rafael Leão! Shapes to shoot! Brought out the best in the keeper.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
It's their second corner of the game. Brilliantly cut out. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rafael Leão is flagged offside. Tries to play it through. That's an excellent interception. Nemecha. Sané. And he's been caught napping. He has found the way through. Good take, and is he... Shot, surely! And it's in! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Germany get their goal, a bit of respectability restored. Schlotterbeck. Now it's Sané, now it's Musiala. He's shifting through the gears here. And that is not getting there. And we've reached half-time. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Please be made aware of the crowd control measures that will be in place after the match. Please look at the screen for further details.
So the action resumes. That's the throw. Vitinha. Lovely. Tries a shot! Ronaldo finds himself offside. João Cancelo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Well, that looks a cracking ball. And this is Ronaldo. And he shoots! Well taken goal. They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
How many? Just how many? Portugal are having a ball here. And the finish! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Germany have the chance to go the other way. Ah, he's given it away. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Now that's well seen too. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that looks a decent ball. And a chance! Oh, terrific save.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it.
Rafael Leao! And he couldn't quite make it 6.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Now it's Havertz. Ruben Dias. Now it's Havertz. Oh, he's onto this. There's the shot! And that's in! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Well, it's ended up in no man's land. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he welcomes it in. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
João Neves gets over and intercepts. Space for him to turn and look. Mendes just loves to go forward whenever he can. He's picked his way through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, some tackle that. Great vision. And here's Sané. Bernardo Silva. Gross. Havertz. João Neves spots it and intercepts. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Now it's Havertz, and he cuts out the supply. Tar. Kimmich. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's been flattened there. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Vega did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Germany clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's made its way to him. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Not the most accurate pass. João Neves.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Wirtz. Threads one in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. But that is not going to count.
And needless to say, he disagrees.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, that's fabulous.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bernardo Silva gets into a good position. And he's in on goal. Just the keeper in his way. Gross. Sané. Well, they've got it again. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Cristiano Ronaldo, very much the hero in this game. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they...
So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
Things already rolling. And he's there to retrieve it. And he's heaved it away. Pedri. And here's Nico Williams. Pedri. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries to play it through. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Nico Williams has been emerging and a very good player to watch as he's growing his game, Peter. I've been hugely impressed with his confidence, with his energy, with his dynamism, with his spirit, with his willingness and enthusiasm. And all those qualities are the perfect mix in him going on to have a great career.
Chance for a shot! Goal, Spain! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Pedri, threads one in, good ball, good take. Nico Williams is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. In with the challenge, Pedri. That is good progress on the left. Spain couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. He is through here. Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Montiel is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. He's got away.
Argentina always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Well, played right into his path. Almada deals with that comfortably. Now it's Fernandez. Knocks it into space. Oh, good line! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Medina. No way through there. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely spread. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, nicely intercepted. Fernandez. Now it's Martinez. Great vision. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Argentina clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Yamal. Llorente picks it up out wide. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That looks a good ball through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Just about within shooting range. Correa. Looking for options for movement. Now there's a fine ball. De Paul finds himself offside. That's put paid to the danger. Medina promptly onto that, and that is that. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's going in strongly.
Laporte is the guilty party there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Can he get on the end of this? Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Dani Olmo, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Tries to pass it through. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Kubasi. Laporte. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Almada. McAllister. Nicely weighted ball. Williams. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Romero has been booked, just to confirm.
You either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. So, a genuine chance. Yamal! Oh, it's come loose. Goes for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
This possibly the last play of the half. Cleared without hesitation. It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Messi.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Spain really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have got another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Spain are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. So, into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it.
To Paul! Oh, it's hit the post! And there's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half to...
Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Nico Williams. Lisandro Martinez kept his eye on it, and he's there. And this is Messi. Always goal side. And Messi! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Martinez chooses to deal with it himself. Now it's Pedri. He's shifting through the gears here. Williams! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. What's your opinion on that goal?
Yeah, it's wonderful work, Peter. He just got his head down and absolutely drilled it. Good luck getting to that for the keeper.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Well, that has not gone well. Argentina really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Almada. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And that is expertly dealt with. Nico Williams. Spain do have a chance to counter here. And he's managed to get free. Pedri. Pedri showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Just eases him off the ball. That is ended up in no man's land. Now that looks a decent ball. Martinez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's really well cleared. Searching pass he's played there. Spread neatly. And he's made sure that's not getting through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, just a keeper now. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Spain have their second corner now. And here's Llorente. Argentina are looking to go forward now. Llorente. And what about this cross? Messi. De Paul.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Cucurella cuts it out. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 22. Número 24. Entran. Número 9.
He's had it taken off him.
Número 5.
Argentina perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's picked his way through. Shoots! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter.
Decent chance! And that's a tiny finish. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Argentina really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Spain are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When
He's had a shot! Almada. Crunching tackle. Now it's Ferran Torres. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Ruiz. Pedri. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Stood up well to him there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Great defending, strong and determined. He won't be happy with that one. Not the most accurate pass. Llorente. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. And the through ball. Nico Williams is onto this. And that is well cleared. Referee's given a throw. Pass somewhat off target. De Paul. Rodri with the slide tackle there. Pedri. They're back in possession and ready to go again. That has ended up in no man's land. Almada. Medina. Pinches it off him. Rodri. Now it's Ferran Torres. Looking for a run. It's a promising position. Throw in. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Yamal. Big chance! It's a goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next? Well, it's a goal. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So we're very much on the way now. And he's intervened well there. Pedri.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Nico Williams has it in a wide position. O'Reilly kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's gone back to the keeper. It's gone for a throw-in. That is good alertness.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
No, it's come to nothing. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. That could spell trouble. Ferran Torres, he's through on, and the shot! Bellingham. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And it's made its way to him. Laporte. Cucurella. Threads one in.
England definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy. Big chance! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the...
Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, the keeper's clearly not happy, Peter. The least his defence could have done was go to the danger, and that was decidedly lacking.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Such a big goal, Peter.
Gordon! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's been cut out, well played. Pedro Porro promptly onto that, and that is that. Gordon, It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And here's the chance to counter. Ferran Torres. Well read, nice interception. And this is Kane. It's Kane! Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ferran Torres!
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. Kane. That'll be a corner. England with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Linked with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get on the end of this? Dani Olmo. Yamal receives it in a wide position. Ferran Torres. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
That has not gone well. It's a really well-measured ball. It's played through for him. Bellingham has created one goal already. He can run onto that. He has found the way through. Goes for a shot! Pedri. Nico Williams. It's not an especially good pass, that. Now it's Kane. Pedro Porro. And the counter is on. Rice. No way through. Pedro Porro. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, well played, well played.
There will be
Some
1 minute
excellent
added
tackling
time.
here, and that one a perfect example. He's shifting through the gears here. Anderson has the space to scheme. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
Please remain seated at all
And
times
we are
during
up
this
to the
match.
break.
Well, I
Thank
think
you for
keeping
your
our
cooperation.
neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And so the action is resumed. The less said about that pass, the better. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
England clearly should have...
It's Kane! There it is!
Well, I'd love to know, Peter, what kind of chin-up the players got in order for that to happen so soon. Whatever was said by the boss, who's looking absolutely pumped on that sideline, really has given all of those players a renewed sense of purpose.
He's one-on-one, surely! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Gets a good foot in there. Stones did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Kane. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Shoots! And a neat finish! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
After 54
Well, was
minutes
he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Anthony Gordon.
England now in a position far more desirable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When
Ferran Torres! Anderson, deftly out wide. England have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in control at 3-1. He's had a shot! Kane. He's having a hit! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round...
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Great chance here from position A1. He's gone for it! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
England have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Bellingham. Now that's well seen too. Bellingham. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
England clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Shot a goal! Well taken goal. Right back in the game. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Just 1 in it now.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. That's exactly...
Oh, he's having a go! It's bounced back off the post. And that's in. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Kane. It's a pretty loose pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
England needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Aims beyond the defence.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Not the most accurate pass. O'Reilly cuts out the pass. Knocks it into space. Good ball, good take. Oh, just a keeper now.
Decent attempt, that. Just a little mistimed.
Takes a shot! That's a decent clearance.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Over to the right flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Pau Kubasi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Laporte makes the interception.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, that looks a deep... Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Another one of football's and how moments.
Pedri fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Kane. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
This is a promising build-up. Pedri. Rodri kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tries to pass it through. He has found the way through. And he's heaved it away. James. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Bellingham. He's through here. Not a hint of offside here. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Number 10.
Yeah, it's an invitation to go for goal that you just can't resist.
Pedri. Number 7.
He's gone direct. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Number 2.
He's in a great position here.
Gavi. Number 26.
Oh, cracking ball. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Lovely pass. And a chance! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Yamal driving on and making good progress. Oh, that pass isn't the best. So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more. Well, we are already up and running again. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Pubil. Cucurella. Looking to play him in. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Great ball, and he's in here. And the finish! Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did the...
Oh, what a mistake! He is through here. Big chance! One-on-one, and the shot! It's a goal! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. England go up by 2 and are looking good.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Played out to the left flank, Gavi, and he's quick to get rid. And here's Nico Williams. Decent chance! In he goes again. Goal! And with extra time approaching halfway, he scores critically. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
And yes, it's him again. Chance, surely! And he hits the net. What remarkable powers of recovery.
I could watch this every week, Peter.
So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break. So both parties have given everything to this point in extra time. 15 minutes remain, and they have to turn their efforts to those minutes very soon. And so the last chance to find a winner. They have given it everything. It's been gruelling, but who will be standing at the very end? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking for options for movement. There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he passes it long. And that is expertly dealt with. Looking for a runner. England are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Watkins. Now it's Watkins. He's got away. And he can thump it away. Throw in. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's having a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Spain now find themselves down to 9 men. And it's Kane, and he's being shifted off it. And the referee brings it to a close. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Yamal, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. Spain have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Well, I thought only one team could...
Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise. Chance for a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Rabiot. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. João Neves. Vega. That is ended up in no man's land. Knocks it into space. And he's in on goal. Mbappe! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. That's going to go a long way. Ruben Dias. And that could set him on his way. Oh, that's a key interception. Hernandez. That's a good ball out wide. Looking for options for movement.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bruno Fernandes. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early.
Oh, shooting chance! He's got away with one there. Brilliantly cut out. France have the chance to go the other way. Not the most accurate pass. João Cancelo. Now it's Vitinha. Well timed, excellent interception. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! A finish right from the top draw.
After 20 minutes
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible, he got so much power with so little backlift.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And smartly reclaimed. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he is going into that little black book. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the through ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rabiot getting forward. It's played through for him.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And that pass just didn't quite work. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Portugal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he has shown him a yellow card. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rabiot. Looking to play him in. Diogo Dalot. Now, can they get him away? Threads one in. He's in a good position. Goes for a shot! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
After 34 minutes in.
And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And yes, it's him again. Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Rafael Leao, and the pass is intercepted. Pass is just off target. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Vitinha makes a dash for it. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. That's an excellent interception. Rabiot. Defending was strong and firm. He's a sharp little... Decent chance! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
2 added minutes have been indicated.
No way through, so back it comes. Olise. He won't be happy with that one. And the referee has blown for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Portugal looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 8, Bruno Fernandes.
So off we go again.
Number 23,
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. Portugal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through.
Takes a shot! And that was struck with genuine force.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
France come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see it.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Shot a goal! And that's in! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it.
The goal scorer for France.
That was a given, it always was.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Just one in it now.
The manager must have given him an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Tchouaméni can clear it away. He is through here. And that is expertly dealt with. Rafael Leao. Portugal have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's been played through. Can he finish? Well taken goal. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
That's been cut out, well played. France really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Well, that looks a decent ball. Caught offside that time. Ruben Dias cuts out the pass. Nice looking ball. And that is a little undercooked. Bernardo Silva. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. He's had it taken off him. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pass somewhat off target. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Rabiot. Oh, that was vital.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Diogo Dalot cuts it out. And they've got a throw. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Bernardo Silva. Here's Rafael Leao. Great vision. Looking for the run. João Cancelo. Real chance! Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
João Cancelo.
Portugal palpably stronger, better, superior. Aims beyond the defence. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, super find. Mbappe receives it in a... He's having a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Diogo Dalot. Ruben Neves. Vega. João Neves. Now it's Neves. Tries to pass it through. Tchouaméni. And here's Neves. Rafael Leao is wide and looking to get onto the... And the finish! It's a goal! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Portugal are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you,
And he shoots! It's hit the upright. No luck this time.
France really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Now it's Neves. Rafael Leao. João Neves. Pulls it. Towering header! And that's a sharp finish. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
After 85
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Portugal are a long way from that.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
João Neves is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Doué, his big chance! Well, now it's a race for... Oh, he's having a go! Deftly away. Ball swung in. That is a brilliant interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Oh no, what has happened here? Shapes to shoot! And he's stuck it away! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't. And we're done. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides.
Yamal! He scored! Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling.
Goes for a shot! It's a goal! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart.
And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Threads one in. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And the pass is intercepted. Dani Olmo. Oh, super ball. And he can thump it away. He's only too happy to take that back. But that has not gone well. Bernal looking to pass their way up the pitch. And the shot! Brilliant from Pedri! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They are purring, truly purring.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
A case now. It's Gabriel Jesus! No, he's missed it.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
Can he get on the end of this? And the through ball. He is through here. Gabriel Jesus looking to play him in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Calafiori. Quality ball. And it's Rice. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Pinches it off him. Arsenal already looking up at the vast mountain they've been left to climb. Rice clears without hesitation. And he's there to clear it. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? So no flag here. That is ended up in no man. Oh, he's having a go! And that has kept the keeper on his toes.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, shooting chance! It's a pretty loose pass. He's had a shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Tries to play it through. That's going wide left. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the ball is out of play. Defending was strong and firm. Ødegaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with.
Decent chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are playing them off the park! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And yes, it's him again. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Nicely weighted ball. And he's in on chance, surely! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Driving on and making good progress.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Eric Garcia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And they can counter here. Eric Garcia wants to run onto this. Now it's come to nothing. And we've reached half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So, into the second half. He's got away. Calafiori stood his ground. And the shot! Dani Olmo. De Jong. Now it's Yamal. He's through here. Oh, he's one-on-one! Shoots! Well taken goal. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Barcelona are at the peak of their power. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's heaved it away. Rice producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Tries to pass it through. Gabriel. For Rice. Ødegaard. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Luis Skelly. Bernal does really well to win the ball there. Ah, he's given it away. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? And a neat finish. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Arsenal still making a fight of this. Now it's Dani Olmo. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Hincapié cuts it out. Gabriel Jesus. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Looking for the run. Now it's Pedri. Shot a goal! And that's a tiny finish. How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. No way through. Dani Olmo and Jamal. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. De Jong. And he was quick to react. Lewis Skelly. This is a promising build-up. Now, can they get him away? He won't be happy with that one. And here's Ødegaard. Bernal. Now it's Dani Olmo. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Jamal. Big Jamal! He's put it wide.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Araujo spots it and intercepts. Great ball if he can get there. Saka.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Pedri. Nicked it back promptly. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And he's intervened well there. Eric Garcia. He's a sharp little ball here. Chesney claims comfortable.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Dani Olmo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that will be it. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Pedri on the score sheet 3 times, very much the man. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Barcelona definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin, that's all we have time for. So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Kvaratskhelia picks it up out wide. Zabani gets across to intercept that. Toure! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Vitinha, Nuno Mendes.
Such good technique.
Always onto this. There's the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Dani Olmo. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Bernal. Shot a goal! Just too much, fractions.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
And it's Gavi.
Barcelona always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Balde scooting forward. So what can they make of this? Great ball if he can get there. And a chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vitinha does really well to win the ball there. Bernal. Araujo kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's quick to return it.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Pedri. That is ended up in no man's land. Defending was strong and firm. Threads one in. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well played. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia looking to receive it in space. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, good ball. And claimed it back swiftly. João Neves. He's on it, can he get away? 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Oh, that looks a real chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby. Pretty robust defending.
Can he get it through? Oh, the less said about that pass, the better.
Paris Saint-Germain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Knocks it into space. Decent chance! They want to be quick. Oh, he's been caught napping. Pedri. Can he spark a counter here? Now, can they get him away? Pass somewhat off target. So, a temporary halt to the action. So, a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Paris Saint-Germain up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Paris Saint-Germain are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And we are back underway.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And that's another good win of the ball. Looking to play him in. Tries to play it through. Oh, shooting chance! And that's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Oh, nice touch. Chance for a shot!
Balde really made the tough part look easy, and the easy part very complicated. Paris Saint-Germain are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That is a great pick out. Takes a shot! Nicely spread. Pedri. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Mendes. Eric Garcia.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
João Neves. Fabian Ruiz. Great vision. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Araujo cuts out the pass. And it's Hakimi. He's through here. Zabani spots it and intercepts. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That'll be a throw-in. Fabian Ruiz. Good ball, good take. Bernal. Dani Olmo. Looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Vitinha.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
It's played through for him. And the finish! And it's there! by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A case now of complete control. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Not the most accurate pass. Fabian Ruiz. Bernal. Now it's Dani Olmo. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent...
And the shot! And it's in! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. This is a gloriously greedy performance. Goes for a shot! So, 3rd corner of the game. He's having a hit! That's a decent clearance. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Now it's Yamal. Oh, he's bustling through here. Now it's Gavi. Tries a shot! It's run. Oh, what? It's fallen kindly here. Has another go! Oh, it seems as though someone has been forced to pull up lame here.
Yeah, his pain is now pretty obvious, Peter. He's not the type who pulls up unless something's hurting.
He's got to continue, it seems, albeit a little gingerly. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good alertness. No, that's been intercepted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, this is surely their last chance. Oh no, this does not look good. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, that was vital. Vitinha into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. João Neves promptly onto that, and that is that. Bernal. He's going for goal! Keeper always had the measure of that. Corner number 3 coming up. Dani Olmo plays it short. And that's it. Barcelona cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's...
So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, don't let the word friendly get in the way of a good rivalry. These players certainly won't, Peter.
You wouldn't have thought they would. You've got to expect this to be full throttle, surely.
Yeah, they'll be as strong as usual, but I'm sure these players will commit their all.
He's in one-on-one. Chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Haaland is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Matheus Cunha. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. And Bomo, he's through on goal, takes a shot! Big moment, massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That was a given, it always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Haaland. He's found a way through. That is good strength. Haaland! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Manchester really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Haaland. Nicely weighted ball. Menu. And Bomo. Now that looks a decent ball. Matheus Cunha. And he's managed to get free. Well read. And the danger is averted. Tielemans with the slide tackle there. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Tries to play it through. Alain.
Manchester are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And that is expertly dealt with. Shot, surely! And he hits the net. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome. Well, and the shot! Superb from Antoine Semenyo! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the comeback is complete. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop? Oh, shooting chance! And that's a good finish. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Manchester United drag themselves back again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Foden. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, that has not gone well. Martinez. Bruno Fernandes. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Matheus Cunha. Savinho. Now it's Semenyo. He came in hard, very hard. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Bruno Fernandes tries to pass it through. Oh, super find. Tries a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Manchester United have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter.
Tries one from range! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Ignori in acres of space out wide. Haaland. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, he's having a go! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Matheus Cunha. Haaland. And the shot! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. By any measurement, this really has been a remarkable half of football. Despite all the things we witnessed, somehow we're still level. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And he was alert to it. Flashes it across.
Is that the first time we've seen him try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Nicely aimed pass. Semenyo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Maguire spots it and intercepts. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now there's a fine ball. Decent chance! And he couldn't finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rodri, not the most accurate pass. Ignori. Haaland. Aims beyond the defence. Mazraoui. And it's Rodri. And here's Semenyo.
Oh, really well played.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He's having a hit! Superb from Antoine Semenyo! A finish of true class! They've got their lead back! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's all alone. And he shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. Great vision. And here's Semenyo. He's picked his way through. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? And he's there to belt it away. Ball is over the line. Now it's Rodri. This looks promising. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rodri. He'll try from distance! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he doesn't have hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
It's a promising position. Lewis. And he skips past his man. And Bomo. Lovely, now then.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Showing great feet there. Foden touches it back. Menu. Now it's Matheus Cunha. That's a nicely shaped ball.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That is ended up in no man's land.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Nouri. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, Red, nice interception. Manchester United are running out of time and out of options.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's lost his man here.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Out towards the flank. Menu. Not where it came from. Great ball, and he's in
There
here.
will be 1 minute at a time.
Rodri. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that is as much time as there will be. Manchester United pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never...
Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Begley.
And a chance! Superb goal! Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he cuts out the supply. Nico Gonzalez. Now that's well seen too. Rodrigo threads one in, and he was quick to react. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and Mbappe! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Moved on forwards. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, he's onto this. Now, this could be a chance. Savinho. Haaland. Now it's Foden. And the counter is on. Look at the space here. Shot a goal! Oh, it's hit the post. And that's a tidy finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And now he has two. So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but...
And the shot! Off the eyes, and one more try! And no mistake. Right back in the game. Simplicity itself.
Well, the defence will be far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Just eases him off the ball. Ruben Dias. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now there's a fine ball. Rudiger can clear it away. That'll be a throw-in. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Haaland. And he is deftly away. He's having a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Now it's Savinho. That's been slipped through. Foden is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nicely weighted ball. 30 minutes gone. Played out wide. Bernardo Silva. Oh, played right into his path. Great chance! Nearly, but not quite.
Vinicius Junior certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Nicked it back promptly. Lewis. Now it's Foden. Bernardo Silva. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Rudiger spots it and intercepts. It's a pretty loose pass. Not the most accurate pass. Foden. Madrid are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Rodrigo. And he's intervened well there. Rudiger cuts it out. Valverde. Bernardo Silva. Dink through. Donnarumma claims it without any fuss. Now it's Semenyo. And he plays one through.
2 minutos de descuento.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Mbappe. Alain. Well, that looks a decent ball. Can he finish? And he hits the net. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes.
And that is all they have time for. Madrid are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. And we are up to the break.
I'm still trying to figure out how this is still level, Peter. I mean, 1 minute you're looking at one side battering the other, and somehow they find their way back into it. Something tells me there's going to be just as many twists in the second half too.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. And we are back underway. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Shot could be on. And here's Mbappe. Tries a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Aimed beyond the defence. Looking to play. And the shot! And that's another fine save. Madrid with the corner. They're first. Not the most convincing of passes. This ended up in no man's land. Cleared away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's a key interception. Semenyo. And it's Bernardo Silva. That is good alertness. Now it's Foden. And he's managed to get free.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Madrid can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. He's got away. That has been cut short. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Distributed tidily, knocks it into space, and it shapes to shoot! He's cut it out. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Ruben Dias. That could spell trouble. Now Semenyo. Semenyo has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, it's come loose. Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pass somewhat off target. Rodrigo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Tries to play it through. Oh, super ball. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that was nowhere near his best.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now, can they get him away? He's in plenty of space here. Big chance! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The keeper doing his best to put him off. And yes, it's there! Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, being awarded the penalty is one thing now, but finding the net under so much pressure at this stage of affairs is another. So a big well done from me, certainly, for keeping a cool head.
That's the keeper's ball.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Picked up, can he finish? And there's a goal. And right near the end, we have parity. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter.
And he shoots! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Haaland claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very little room for argument. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but... Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, super ball. Oh, look at the space here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Marquinhos cuts it out. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Let's a look and place it forward. And a chance! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, easy pickings there. Great vision. Kvaratskhelia has the space to... Chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Pacho. Can he get on the end of this? He has found the way through. Savinho. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's looking wide. Passing nice and neat. Well, that's an excellent interception. Well, that has not gone well. Lewis. Semenyo. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Driving forward. No way through there. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Doué. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Pacho promptly onto that, and that is that. Not the most accurate pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Fabian Ruiz goes sliding in. And it's Ruiz. And he is dashing away. He's a sharp little ball here. Savinho. Oh, super find. And he's managed to get... Haaland!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Good ball, good take. He might be in here. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Fabian Ruiz did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Good read, needed to be. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, well measured. He's in a great position here. It's Dembele! Superb from Dembele! That is a gem! An absolute gem!
After 35 minutes
And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
João Neves is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his way.
He's had a shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Dembele! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Nouri, and they can counter here.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Doué touches it back. Foden. Semenyo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Tries to play it through. And the shot! And it's in! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless... And that is all they have time for. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain leading, but only just 2-1 the scoreline. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Manchester really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Ball in towards the middle. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. That pass isn't the best. And it's Mendes. Now it's Dembele. He's shifting through the gears here. Nuno Mendes. Terrific effort! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Fabian Ruiz. Ruben Dias with the slide tackle there. Savinho powering forward here. Oh, that's well spotted. Ruben Dias kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Now it's Vitinha, and he was quick to react. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Shoots! And he's stuck it away!
The goal scorer for
That
Paris
really
Saint-Germain.
is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Well read, nice interception. That'll be a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. And it's Doué. That has ended up in no man's land. João Neves kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
That's going in strongly.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Aimed beyond the defence. Nico Gonzalez. Now then, the ball's come loose. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Haaland. Pacho spots it and intercepts. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Look at the space here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Pacho has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Hakimi. Now Barcola. Hakimi. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot could be on. Now that is a hefty challenge. It's their second corner of the game. Vitinha with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a promising position. And that's been won straight back. Rodri. Savinho is wide and looking to get onto this. Shot, surely! It's hit the upright. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Foden. Oh, it's come loose. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
It's come to nothing. No, that's been intercepted. That is good alertness. Threads one in. Paris Saint-Germain clearly now in lead preservation mode.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
That's the keeper's ball. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia, and this is Dembele. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Succumbs to the pressure. Yeah, he's fouled him there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Paris Saint-Germain are down to 10 men.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Manchester desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Thank you.